Do humans only use 10% of their brain? The most intricate organ to ever exist is the human brain. It governs every bodily function, including cognition, memory, emotion, touch, motor skills, vision, respiration, temperature, and hunger. Even though it might surprise some, this 3-pound organ contains roughly 60% fat. Water, protein, carbs, and salts make up the remaining 40% of the body, which also includes blood vessels and neurons. It has the ability to create the 7 wonders of the world, but also the vigor to put through wars and chaos that can destroy our entire world. So it comes as an obvious question that do we humans really use only about 10% of our brain? Is it really possible to create such modern and advanced equipment, solve the mysteries of the universe, unveil the entire Big Bang that created our galaxy and solar system by merely using 1/10 of the brain? And if yes, then what we will be able to do when we actually use the complete 100% of it? Will we be just like Lucy? Can us regular folks zone in on the remaining 90% and become superheroes who can calculate under a second or perhaps even have telekinetic powers? Before we get down to the deets and uncover whether we actually use only 10% of our brain or not, subscribe to our channel so that you can always keep in touch with information on the subjects you are inquisitive about and join the deets family. Now, let's get started. According to various surveys, around 72.9% of the people from around the world believed that we only use 10% of our brain. But according to an interview with neurologist Barry Gordon, this is really all just an overhyped misconception. He clarified that most of the brain is virtually always in use. Functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, a popular method of examining the brain, has under many instances tracked and shown that various parts of brain are always active while a person completes even the simplest of tasks. Even when someone is sleeping or relaxing, their brain is still quite busy. Everybody's brain uses a different proportion of its total capacity. Additionally, it is based on what a person is doing or thinking. A small bonus for you. A little birdie told me that you have a curious little brain that feels happy whenever it gets new information about how, what, why, and when. If that's true, then make sure you check out our channel, as it has various detailed videos on various topics you might be curious about. Different part of brain and their functions. At the most basic level, the brain is said to have 3 different parts divided into the cerebrum, brainstem, and cerebellum. The cerebrum, commonly referred to as the front section of the brain, is made up of both gray and white matter at its core. The biggest portion of the brain, it controls temperature and organizes movement. Different areas of the cerebrum enable communication, perception, reasoning and thought, problem solving, emotions, and cognition. The senses of sight, hearing, and other senses are dealt with by other functions. Then comes the brain stem, which has midbrain, pons, and medulla. Midbrain assists a range of activities from hearing and movement to responding to changes in the environment and calculating responses. The substantia nigra, a region of the basal ganglia that facilitates movement and coordination and is damaged by Parkinson's disease, is also located in the midbrain. Pons facilitate a variety of functions, including the ability to make tears, chew, blink, concentrate vision, balance, hear, and convey facial expressions. Medulla. The medulla is where the brain and spinal cord meet at the base of the brainstem. A medulla is necessary for living. Numerous biological processes, including heart rhythm, respiration, blood flow, oxygen, and carbon dioxide levels, are regulated by the medulla's functions. Reflex actions, including sneezing, puking, gasping, and swallowing, are produced by the medulla. And the final part of the brain is the cerebellum. It maintains posture, balance, and equilibrium by coordinating voluntary muscle movements. Recent research has focused on the cerebellum's functions in cognition, emotion, and social behavior, as well as its potential roles in addiction, autism, and schizophrenia. Now imagine going off using only 10% of the brain and 1/10 of the functions. Doesn't seem feasible now, does it? One would not be able to stand stable, hear the other person, and breathe at the same time. In addition to that, since we just require 10% of our brain, most brain injuries in other areas of the brain that weren't functioning in the first place would have no noticeable effects to our activities. Now that you know that even when you are dozing off, your brain is fully active, with its neurons on the driving wheel. It's also responsible for dreams and nightmare. Want a detailed video on that? Then make sure that you comment down for it. When and where did the myth of using only 10% of human brain come from? It has been one of favorite works of science fiction, be it for Hollywood movies, comics, mangas, or even animations and cartoons, that humans only use 10% of their brains at any given time. When the other 90% are awakened, regular individuals can display unbelievable mental aptitude and simultaneously also increase one's physical appearance and powers. The story is widely believed because it has been rehashed in books, television shows, and motion pictures repeatedly. In the 1996 movie Phenomena, John Travolta has the ability to predict earthquakes and experiences quick language acquisition. Scarlett Johansson demonstrates superhuman martial arts skill and telekinesis in Lucy 2014. William James, an American psychologist and novelist who has also been linked to this concept, said in his book The Energies of Men that we are using merely a small proportion of our possible mental and physical resources. It has also reportedly been associated with Albert Einstein, who has supposedly used it. Neurons make up just 10% of the brain cells. The other 90% are glial cells, whose activities are still poorly understood but are said to surround and support neurons. There's another mystery lurking under our wrinkly cortices. We don't use 10% of our brains, but we only fully comprehend around 10% of how it functions. Additionally, around 10% of all brain cells are believed by scientists to be neurons. This could have had an impact on the 10% myth. It's accurate that all of the brain's areas are active at any given time. Researchers studying the brain have found that, like our body's muscles, the majority of brain cells remain active throughout the course of a 24-hour day. The frontal brain, which governs functions like higher-order thinking and self-awareness, as well as the somatosensory regions, which aid humans in detecting their environment, are both active even during sleep. Consider the straightforward morning ritual of waking up, moving to kitchen to drink a fresh glass of water. The occipital and parietal lobes, motor sensory and sensory motor cortices, basal ganglia, cerebellum, and frontal lobes all get active as you go up to the cabinet, reach out for a glass, fill it up with water to the brim, and drink it. Within a few seconds, the entire brain experiences a lightning storm of neuronal activity. With this, we come to the end of the myth debunking video. If you found this video insightful, then hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to our channel before you leave, so that we can fill you up on various other such informational videos and keep you and your inquisitive brain updated. Also, drop down the topics that you guys are interested in, and we will try to make detailed videos on them. Till then, take care, and I'll see you guys in our next video.